Welcome back to Bonanza Disc Golf. Today I'm going to be throwing one of the most culty discs in the world, the Kastaplast Berg. I've never thrown this disc before in my life. Just got it from some tournament winnings to do a video with it because everybody loves it. 175 grams, K1 plastic, heard it's good. We're at a 12-hole course here. No idea what it's called. Rolling Meadows, North Salk Park. It looks like some holes are relatively long though. We got a 529 par 4, 361, 337 par 3. So we're gonna see if we can shoot under par on 12 holes, and I'll give you my opinion on what some people say is the best approach disc ever made. But to be honest with you, I hate how this, forehand's not bad, but I hate how this thing feels on a backhand. The flight numbers on this guy, if you don't know, are 1102. Okay, so you won't be able to throw it very far. I don't think I'll be able to reach any holes over 300 feet, but let's see how we do. To make things interesting today, I have a tournament coming this weekend, and if I don't shoot under par, I don't like this disc, I'm gonna make myself bag it, and if I do wanna bag it, I'm gonna not let myself bag it. So hopefully we can shoot under par, not warm. Just got through all the crazy Chicago traffic. Hole 1, 203 feet straight there, but we do have to keep it low because there's some branches. Actually, we're gonna go forehand. Ooh, first forehand of the day. Oh, please be good. Oh, that is pretty stable. Bad first throw, but we're down there. Wanted to just go right. I expected a little flip up because it is only a 1-speed, so it's not super fast, but it didn't. I think it might be pretty useful. Didn't like the way that it felt necessarily, but it's also the first shot of the day, so it's kind of hard to say anything based off that. This is kind of in stepper range for sure. Wow, that dies. That does have 0 glide, which can be a good thing, but hey, name of the game, take some pars and get at least 1 birdie. Because for me, even is not shooting under par, which I think makes sense, but just for clarification, in case I do shoot even, I will still have to do my consequence. Interesting. This plastic feels good, and there's kind of some weird black stuff that might just be dirt because it's kind of coming out, but that's not good. Maybe a little flashing on the inside there. Not sure. Hole 2. A 247-foot hyzer right to that basket. This is 300 though on this sign, so we'll see what it actually ends up being. I think I'm just gonna try to put this on a hyzer line and honestly probably throw it as hard as I can because I don't think I can get it 300 feet. Yeah, that thing is so stable. Wow, that did not go far. I don't think I threw it quite as hard as I could. Personally, I would rather be a little touchier than have this kind of disc in my bag because I don't mind a little extra glide. What I've been working on is trying to actually throw a little past the basket or in that range because I've tended to come up short. And if you think about the circle around the basket, you actually have 60 feet that you can land in, 30 short and 30 long, and still be inside the circle. And I always end up short, but sometimes 50 feet short, where if I just push that another 20 or 70 feet, both of them are inside the circle. All right, Berg, let's make a stepper. Oh, this thing feels so weird. Got it. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I know some people say that they putt with this disc, which I think is insane because I like a glidey putter. I want to give it a chance to stay above, but I guess if you putt really hard, we are 1 for 2 on the steppers today. On to 3. All right, I promise the camera's level, the tee pad just isn't, and we have 300 feet maybe. It looks kind of farther. Par 3. I think we're gonna go forehand Berg through this small gap and then upshot, which is what this disc is made for because I do not think I'm getting 310 feet through trees. That's pretty solid. I mean, it goes straight. I don't like having to throw it that hard though. That's pretty. I did just think of something that might make this disc actually useful for me in my bag in the way that I like to play, and that is from like where I am now, throw-ins. If I'm like trying to run something from 150 feet and it's only gonna go past the basket 20 feet, even if it's chain high, that's a pretty solid reason to put this disc in my bag. This disc does not go far, but that might be a good thing. All right, Bergie boy. I think we're gonna try forehand throw in here. Ooh. Well, if you throw it far past the basket, it goes far past the basket. That was also interesting because I focused a lot more on snapping my wrist, and that went way farther than I expected it to go. It didn't quite die. It had a little more glide than I thought. Left ourselves a decent tester, yeah, because we are like 30 feet. No, that dies. Well, we just gave back our birdie. That's not good. I don't want to have to bag this if I don't want to. And by bagging it, I also mean I'm going to force myself to throw it at least once on the front and back 9. All right, we just had to make the trek up the hill, and we are losing daylight, but this hole is a par 4, so hopefully we can get our birdie back, especially because we're going down the hill, but I don't even know if this Berg is going to make it all the way down the hill. 529 feet to the pin, all the way down there, and I want to see how this Berg holds an anhyzer line. Kind of just holds it. Okay, it started to flex towards the end, and we actually are by the amp tee pad, which is still 289 feet out. That's going to be a hard shot with this disc, but we're going to try to give it a big rip. That's a better throw. That's solid. I think that'll be inside the circle. I might need to play with someone who's like a big Berg thrower because I don't get it yet. I really don't. Oh my gosh. Especially for putting, I feel like I have to just juice it. Still even. 8 holes to play. Hopefully we don't run out of daylight. Here we got much more of a Berg hole, 210 feet straight ahead. I still think I could probably throw it pretty hard because it has not been wanting to go far. It does want to go straight though, which is a big, oh, I thought that shot was perfect. It doesn't really deviate, it just goes straight and then fades at the end. Goes to the left or right on a forehand. If I make the circle to putt, maybe I'll like it more. Outside the circle again. Wow, good height though, really good height. I thought I missed that out of my hand. Here we are, another good hole, 220 feet straight there. Now I don't have to contend with these branches, so hopefully I can just leave it out straight, a little bit right, not a lot. No, it just wants to go straight. Not like full power, but it's still only going about 200 feet. And like if I was throwing my pure, obviously a glidier putter, it'd probably be going closer to 280. It does its job of getting to the ground, I'll say that much. How do people putt with this? It just feels so wrong in my hands. It feels so bad. But here we're headed to hole number 7, and this one's either a forehand or I'm gonna honestly try to throw this on just the Anheuser line. If I hit this line correctly, this should be a really good shot. Way too Annie. That's far though. And that probably went 232 feet. The main problem for me with this disc, and the reason I don't think I'll bag it, I don't think these last 5 holes or whatever is gonna change that, is that I feel like I have to be throwing harder than I want to with it. I would rather just practice getting touchy or hitting the ground at the points that I want to. And with this disc, you don't really have that option. Pretty much just gonna go to the ground, and I'd much rather have a little bit of glide that I can mess with. Maybe this is good in the wind, but I still feel like since it's so slow, it's gonna turn over. Berg stands in the comments, please let me know if that's the truth or not. I just feel like I can't hit lines with it because the harder you have to throw something, the harder it is to hit lines. And so I just feel like these easy shots where I should be putting it within 10, 15 feet, I just keep messing up. And that brings us just outside the circle to putting over this flag. No, stop dying. Let me make a putt. I thought that was perfect. Any other putter, that's in the basket. But I guess that's why some people like the Bergs. Hopefully I can ace and have it change my mind. All right, this basket is way down there to the left. It's par 4, 445. Really grateful that it's a par 4 because it maybe shouldn't be, but we got 2 shots to get down there to get our birdie. I will say that does not want to turn over, which is really good. Like it's straight and flat, but I just have to throw it so hard that every time I'm throwing that type of shot or with that speed, I always feel like something can go wrong a lot easier. And I know that for some people the Berg corrects the wrongness, but for me, I feel like it's bringing more of it into play. It looks like we pushed this guy 250 feet. Come on, Anthony, don't be dumb. Whew. No, that was more hyzer than I wanted. At least it's pretty flat. Go in the foot golf hole. Oh, that's almost in the foot golf hole. Should be an inside the circle putt. Barely. Oh, that was the scariest putt I made in a while. I guess my tournament putts were a little bit scarier. On to 9. All I need is power. We're moving into the stretch of holes where the Berg is gonna get some upshot practice because we got 280 feet here. Oh, try to mash on that one. Oh, it kind of flipped up a little bit. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be edge of circle 2, if even that. This thing does not go far for me. I would feel confident saying that I could throw this disc 250 feet. And that's about it, which might be good for some people. I just don't like having to throw full power. I like throwing close to full power, like 80-ish%. And then I feel like my timing is really good. But having to throw harder than that, I don't really like. Nope, too low. Disc is never gonna be glidey. Good line though. Just released that. That was a good putting stroke actually to teach something. Is I release it like this, which is kind of extended, instead of like this, which would have got it higher. So it released nose down and went into the ground like a bad shot. I will be honest, these next 2 holes I'm afraid of because this is 337. I think the next one's 380. They're both par 3s. I think we're gonna probably go forehand here. That way I'm not bringing any of this into play in case I do turn it over, but I don't even think I can do that, honestly. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can turn it over on a forehand though. Oh my gosh, stop going left. All right, so good to know there's enough torque in that forehand for it to go left. All right, we are gonna go backhand upshot here. Get a little glidier and a little, oh, that's down there. The problem, not the problem, but the thing about this disc and non-glidey disc is when you throw them on some hyzer, they don't like push on hyzer like a glidey disc or a mid-range would. Instead, they just kind of hold that line and go kind of straight and eventually will start to go a little bit to the left. Should have definitely thrown that closer to the basket. I think for the right people who like the feel of this or want something funky or want to be a part of a cult, this is a good disc. All right, hole 11, 360, longest par 3. Doesn't scare me at all. Ugh. All right, I didn't really turn it over. I threw it a little bit Anheuser, but it did hold that line. I did notice it does not want to fight out of Anheuser. There are a lot of good qualities of this disc, I'm gonna be honest. Just not a lot of good qualities that I'm looking for in a disc for my bag right now. And that's okay, not every disc has to be for you. Please don't roast me in the comments. But if you do, at least make it funny, come on. We're gonna go opposite. We're gonna go forehand upshot here. Get down and go in. Oh! That stays in the air longer than I expect on a forehand. But both of those forehand upsets that I threw, both here and on hole 3, I believe, stayed in the air longer than I expected. That would have been a sick 2 though. That does make this putt much farther than I'm comfortable with for needing to make par or get a birdie on hole 12, which I don't want to have to do. Yes. Good putting stroke. Hole 12, just take a par. Birdie make me happy. But I will say, I don't like this disc very much, personally. It's probably going in the Bonanza Battle box. So if you play against me in a Bonanza Battle, you might be able to take this home. If I did something super wrong with this disc, please let me know. Let me know how it's supposed to work. But let's get on the last hole. That was great snap. Oh my gosh, that's a perfect shot. Ooh. And I think we're parked. Honestly, I don't normally forehand putters, but that thing likes my forehand. I kind of, that's not gonna make me put it in the bag for this weekend, but I think it might be an option for me for forehanding putters because I can wheel on it and get it to go real straight. It actually turned a little bit and then came back. I mean, if that's 240 feet, I don't wanna have to like this disc though. I don't wanna be a part of a cult. But if the cult gets me results like this, I kind of just might have to sign up. Down 2, not going in my bag for now, but it's not going in the Bonanza Battle box either. It's staying with me. Unlike the Athena, which I reviewed yesterday as I'm filming this, which you can check out over here, that might be in the Bonanza Battle box, and you might have to check out to see why. Great disc though. Watch that video to learn more. Peace.